I gotta get rid of this. Wait a second, how do I have Spotlight in Windows? Let's talk about that. And where's my taskbar? You know, guys, a lot of stuff's going on this PC that makes no sense. I got no taskbar. It's like all hidden, and when I do, it's in the middle. And you know, I am a big PC guy. I have been for a long time. I'm still in Windows 10. I'll get a Windows 11 maybe one day when I trust it. Actually, who remembers this song?
Let me just step right in. I got things to advance. I'm an innovator, baby, change the world. Fortune 500 before you kiss the girl.
If you're a meme lord like me when you were a kid, you remember that song. But I've been using Mac at my new job, and I realized that some parts of Mac are actually pretty great, even though I've been a PC user for a long time. Kind of worried that I'm going to switch to Mac and there's going to be a whole existential crisis on my hands. But for now, I'm still sticking with Windows, but I have turned my PC into a bit of a more Mac style OS, and here's how. So first and foremost, if you didn't know, if you right click here and go to taskbar settings, you can actually have the automatically hide the taskbar in desktop mode as an option. So when I take this off, you'll see that it comes back. But when I tick this, I think it actually is a much better experience to go back and forth and get that extra screen real estate. So a big problem that a lot of people have been saying with these 16:9 laptops versus 16:10 laptops is, oh, the bezels look so much worse. For example, here's this Dell XPS 13 laptop that I'm considering buying, right? Okay, people are complaining that there's a 16:10 aspect ratio versus 16:9 aspect ratio, which I totally understand. Totally reasonable. But guys, are we really paying this much more money for a new chassis that has a 16:10 aspect ratio when you can just have it auto hide? Look at the screen real estate you get when you have it auto hide. It's the same amount of, it's at least 50 to 60% of what screen real estate. It's like, is it really worth the extra multiple hundreds of dollars? I'm like, guys, you get the battery savings and the same amount of screen real estate if you just have it auto hide. I'm like, what is someone thinking about this? Sorry, anyways, I digress. That's what you can do. And also if you want to make it centered like this, so what you're gonna do is you can right click here, go to toolbars, new toolbar, and then in your documents stage, it's gonna ask you to pick what folder. So I made a new folder and called it center toolbar. So just make a new one, call it center toolbar. I've already done that. So then you can just go and click on this and press select folder, okay? And then you take this toolbar and you're gonna basically just drag it to the left of this and then center this to your liking. Then right click on this toolbar and change it from show text and show title to neither of those two. And then after you do that, what you can do is right click, press lock all taskbars, and then once again do the automatically hide the taskbar in desktop mode. And then when you press the Windows button, it comes back, or when you hover down, it comes back. And then you can get it all centered, so you're good. And now, in order to get this cool spotlight thing where I press Control and space, you're gonna need something called Microsoft Power Toys. Now, Power Toys is essentially this very cool system that is Windows backed, link in the description, and then you're just gonna download the .exe version and install there. But when you get into Power Toys, there are a bunch of different cool ones. There's always on top where you can easily like pin things. So if I press like Windows Control T on this becomes something that's pinned. And then I can do the same thing and it unpins it, do power rename. It'll bring up this whole prompt where you can easily like change expressions and do replace withs. But the one that we're doing is called Power Toys Run. So you can change the activation shortcut here. And it essentially is just something that takes this thing and makes it better. And how I hid that was I just right clicked here and had the search changed to a search icon instead of show search box. So I just think it makes it a little bit better looking. But then you can also change things like how many results show, whether you want to clear the previous query on launch. Really makes this something that can be expanded on. You can have a web search, which is really cool. Like right here, if you do this, it'll search the web based off of those two question marks or whatever direct activation you want to give it. So test this search, enter, and then it does a Google search right there. So I think it's really nice to just have stuff that you like from Windows, that you like from Mac, that you mix and match together. That's how I did the thing. I'm expanding into a little bit of tech outside of just productivity. If you want more of that kind of stuff, click on this video to see how you can improve whatever the heck even more.